welcome to Lady Tiger Softball. I'm Steve Cowan, and we have a beautiful night tonight. Sun is shining brightly on Lady Tiger Field, and it is a nice district battle we have in store for you tonight. The Owasso Lady Rams and your Broken Arrow Lady Tigers. Owasso in the driver's seat after their victory over Union, whereas the Lady Tigers have a loss to those Lady Redskins 4-0 earlier this season. But the Tigers are playing good softball right now as they have won 3 straight, defeating Bartlesville in their last outing 13-5, coming off a big win there. So it's going to be the Lady Tigers tonight, and in the outfield, playing in the field for the Lady Tigers, it's going to be a little different. Some of the usual suspects in the same spot, like Chesser behind the plate and Collins in the circle. But a little mix-up on the infield is Carney has moved over from third base. She's playing second base tonight. And Aaliyah Brown is going to be at first base. And Erica Spencer will be at third base tonight. And, of course, Kinsey Mathis at shortstop. And in the outfield, that all looks the same. McKinney, Stevens, and Monken to round out the outfield. The batting order tonight for the Owasso Rams is going to be leading off by the catcher, Kinsey Lloyd. Batting second, Devin Hale, the third baseman. The shortstop and the coach's daughter, Allie Eicher, is batting third. Then it's going to be Emily Perry, Dalen Denny, Amber Hodge, Gentry Sinar, Mackenzie Goins, and Hannah Briggs. Playing in the outfield for Owasso is Carly Jefferson. She will not be batting tonight. She is the flex player. And everyone seems to be ready except the gentleman in blue. So I guess I'll just be calling strikes and balls from up here. And I'm sure it'll all go Broken Arrow's way. Mary Collins has been called over to the dugout, and since she's a sophomore, they're just going to say, hey, go get the umpires for us. So a little delay here as we're trying to get this one started a little early, and the umpires are saying, nope, it says 7 o'clock, we're going to wait. So it could be just me and you for the next 4 minutes, friends. That'll be entertaining. I've never met a microphone that I don't like.
We've met several that don't.
Yeah, there's several microphones and several others that have not like me. Lady Tigers come in tonight at 12-2. A couple of losses to a couple of tough teams there at the Southmore tournament where they didn't play very well and lost that one right away, but then they come back and after going 1-1 on the first day up there at Southmore Festival, they win a couple of games over Moore and Yukon on Saturday, and then come against Bartlesville last night and win that one 13-5. They've got another home run out of Marcella McKinney, who has 8 home runs now on the year. So of course she is the leading hitter there. McKinney with the 8 home runs already had 12 all of last season. So actually the power numbers are looking good for her. She's these stats we'll share with you tonight are actually a game old. We're a game short on them. It's a 13-game stat, and there's, of course, 14 games this season. But McKinney, 7 home runs and a slugging percentage of 1.243. So that's just an incredible job for him or her, and playing well out in left field. Started the season at second base, but now has found a home in left field for the Lady Tigers. On the hill again, as we mentioned, it's going to be Mary Collins. Collins, just a sophomore, has been spectacular on this young season. Has 24 strikeouts, probably more than that, but again, we're going to look at her 9-game statistics. She is 8-1 in 9 games, thrown over nearly 56 innings, faced 215 batters, given up 17 runs, only 10 of those earned. Again, 24 strikeouts and only 4 walks. ERA of 1.26. So Collins coming in and doing a fine job for this young, inexperienced team for Coach Randall King. And here come the gentlemen in blue. Collins is going to run back out to the circle. And the men in blue are going to be given the starting lineups from Coach Eicher. His starting lineups. Randall King going to meet him there. And Ashley Chesser hands over tonight's game ball. So again, going around the infield for the Lady Tigers, Collins, of course, in the circle. Chesser behind the plate. Aaliyah Brown at first. Mackenzie Carney moves over to second base from third. Erica Spencer is at third base. And Kinsey Mathis at short. Marcella McKinney in left. Alyssa Stevens in center. And Caitlin Monken back from a second shoulder injury. She is in right. Twice injured at sliding into second base on steal attempts. Out both times, unfortunately, and out of the game both times. Injured herself first in the Broken Arrow Invitational. Maybe sliding in a little different area there. I hadn't played in much dirt, and she slides in dirt and gets hurt there, and then comes back here in the last game that we did and was injured in that one. That game, of course, was against Stillwater, which the Lady Tigers were victorious 3-0. Coaches head back to the dugouts. Umpires discuss the rules of the game. And I think they have it figured out. Collins is ready for her warm-up attempts. The left-hander. Oh, she's ready. She's ready. She says, let's go, but she's going to get a little more to get her loose. Strike one. Get a batter in there. Let's go. It's time to play softball. Little later start than what the Lady Tigers are used to. 7 o'clock instead of maybe a 6:30, even a 5 o'clock start sometimes. Next week we'll be with you on a Tuesday night. For volleyball. We'll start at 4 o'clock in a try match in volleyball. Moore will have that first one at 4 o'clock. And then we'll have a 7 o'clock game, Lady Tigers, in volleyball action. They're over there already playing tonight against Sapulpa, and they've already won the first game of that match. It got started a little early as well. So here's the first pitch tonight. It's going to be slapped the other way. Coming in, can't make the play, but on a one-hopper is able to scoop it and keeps it in front of her is Marcella McKinney. So a nice defensive play off of a back-controlled base hit for Kinsey Lloyd. McKinney came in hard, just couldn't pick it up. Got it on one hop, though. She's got the sun right in her face, so probably a tough one to handle, but she did get a pretty good break on the ball. Devin Hale steps in. Guessing here she's going to be trying to lay down a bunt and move the runner over, and there it is, and it's bunted foul. Chester's going to retrieve that one back at the screen, and we're going to do it all over again. Two pitches, two strikes for Collins. Nice to see her getting out throwing strikes. That one's on the inside portion, but low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Devin Hale. Ring number 9, standing on the right side, bat on her shoulder right now as she awaits. Collins starts her move it, back comes up, lays down the bunt. It's going to roll. Oh, picks it up in fair territory. Brown obviously didn't think that one was going to roll foul. It did appear to be spinning that way, so a bunt single on the sacrifice attempt for Devin Hale puts runners at first and second.
Allie Eichert.
Left-handed swinging shortstop, Allie Eichert. Number 3 hitter. Let's see if the bunt is still on or if she's going to be swinging away. And she swings and drives one up the middle. It's going to one-hop Stevens in center field, who's going to get it in quickly to home plate. And the bases are loaded for the Rams. So the Rams come out trying to make a statement right here, saying we are first in the district for a reason. They are 11-3 overall, 4-0 in the district, with cleanup hitter Emily Perry stepping in. Swings through that pitch at the knees. Perry, a junior, kind of a young, experienced team for Coach Eicher as well as what Coach King is dealing with right now. But as we mentioned, the Rams are in the driver's seat in the district. Top 2 teams in the district get a home spot in the playoffs as Perry swings through that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the cleanup hitter. Perry fouls that one back, protecting the plate. That one may appear to have been a little bit outside. Nice pitch by Collins. Dalen Denny awaits on deck for Owasso. Collins throws that one by the cleanup hitter and gets a key strikeout. Actually, foul tipped it, and Chester hung on to it for the strikeout. So the first out of the night against the Rams as they now come to number 5 hitter, Dalen Denny, the center fielder. Denny, another junior on this ball club. That one gets the outside corners letter high. It's going to be the call. Looks like we're going to have somebody leaving early, or did it foul ball? Called by the infield umpire. Wonder if it hit off Denny's foot or hit her in the batter's box. It must have hit her when she's in the batter's box some way or another for that one to be called a foul. Kind of did squib out in a strange way. Going the other way, and it's going to get out of play, so it's still 0-2 on Denny. Spencer came charging in. The only place she was going to have was going to first base. Owasso was going to get a run. But the umpire placed between third and short saw something. Called it a foul. Oh, that one does skip by McKinney on the line drive into left. Owasso's going to play 3, and the speedy Denny's going to come into third, and she's going to be in there sliding and called safe. So a triple as that ball was able to skip by left fielder McKinney. Kind of hit the turf and just skidded. Didn't give a hop on the line drive.
Next up, designated player, Amber Hodge.
So a big bases clearing play there for Owasso as Hodge comes into the plate. Amber Hodge, the designated player. Little nubber off the bat. Kearney can't get back there to it, and a run is going to score. So Owasso jumping out early as it's 4-0. Not what Coach King expected, not what he wanted, definitely. Pitcher Gentry Siner steps in, and they have staked her to a big lead here in the early goings. Jungle Crew is here tonight. Good crew of fans. Seen great fan support so far in the early season for both volleyball and softball. J.J. Jadamski, activities director at BA High School, has got the student body showing their support for the athletic teams in the early going. Let's hope they keep it up all season long as that one's fouled into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes on Sinar. So Collins again ahead in the count. Let's see if she can put her away. Collins already struck out the number 4 hitter tonight, but then Denny made her pay, and that one's up 1-2. Little chopper, going to be handled. Oh, a tag there and a throw to first. And they complete the double play. So Kearney grabs the ball, tags out Hodge, throws over and gets Siner for the double play. So it goes 4-3, and the Lady Tigers are out of that inning, but Owasso scores 4. It's 4-0 with the Lady Tigers coming to bat. We'll be back.
My Contour helps me discover all new sides to myself, like it knows I'm into sci-fi and personally recommends new things I didn't know existed.
Like intergalactic biohumanoid sci-fi.
Lovable ogre sci-fi.
And whatever this is. I just look for the diamonds, and suddenly,
I'm into whole new worlds of entertainment.
that's why Contour is TV just for me. For the many sides of you, there's Contour.
I used to struggle in school, but Huntington helped me with phonics, reading, Study skills. Writing. Algebra.
Chemistry. Calculus.
SATs.
ACTs.
Huntington helped me with all my
subjects.
No matter what grade your child is in, no matter what kind of grades they get, Huntington can help. For over 35 years, our individualized approach to tutoring has helped thousands improve at every level, from basic subjects to college test prep. Let Huntington help your child. Huntington, your tutoring solution.
All right, leading off for the Lady Tigers, it's going to be Caitlin Monken. It's going to be Monken, Kinsey Mathis, and Marcella McKinney. Chesser, if anyone gets on, then it'll be Erica Spencer, Mary Collins, Aaliyah Brown, Grace Jarvis, and Alyssa Stevens. Little foul ball right there that dies in the batter's box. Again, Monken returning after a second shoulder injury. She pulls that one to right field, and she is on at first base with a leadoff single into right. So Monken getting things started for the Lady Tigers.
Shortstop, Kinsey Mathis.
And they have obviously missed her. Monken only played in 8 games so far, and she's hitting .591. Now it's Mathis, a .500 hitter for Lady Tigers. Squares the bunt, takes that one low. With those shoulder injuries going to Monken, it's doubtful that Coach King will be calling her to steal. As soon as I say that, I'll probably be wrong. There's a strike on the outside part. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mathis. That one's going to be low, across the middle, but low. Mathis swings, and that one's going to go into right center. Monken's going to move on and try to go to third. Here comes the throw. She's going to go in there and standing. Mathis is going to follow it up and go into second base. So on the throw, Mathis advances. The Tigers got something going with nobody out. Runners on second and third on this back-to-back singles.
Marcella McKinney.
And no one you'd like to have more at the plate if you're Coach King than Marcella McKinney. Her and her 8 home runs. Leads the team in RBIs with 26. Not counting how many she recorded yesterday in the win over Bartlesville. So she has probably already surpassed the halfway total to her 55 that she had all of last year. And she's going to drive that one, going to be fielded at third by Spencer, goes across the diamond. And so McKinney is retired. Lady Tigers still standing at second and third.
The catcher, Ashley Chesser.
Catcher Chesser, left-handed hitter, steps in. Chesser starting to hit the ball a little better than her .297 average shows as of late anyway. Drives that one to second. Going to go over to first. Get the sure out was Goins. And a run comes home. So the Lady Tigers are on the board. And they've got Mathis at third base with 2 outs as Monken scores.
Erica Spencer.
Erica Spencer steps in. Looking to pick her that runner up from third with 2 out. There's a strike on the outside portion. Spencer hitting .333 and 4 RBI. She'd like to make that number 5. Drives it in the line. It's going to be a fair ball just inside the third base bag. She's going to round and head for second. She's going to come in diving head first, and she is safe. So Spencer picks up her teammates with a 2-out double. And the Tigers are on the board again. They made it 5-2, or excuse me, 4-2. Mary Collins now comes in, hoping to help her cause. Can someone say hoping to help fast 3 times and just sit in here for me? That one's going to be outside and low. Hoping to help. Thank you, Coach Clark over there, helping me, my diction coach. And Glory knows I need one. That one's up top. So Collins at 2-0. Collins hitting .421. Leads the team in singles with 11. Gets one here. It'll bring another run across for the Tigers. Chop down to second. Two-hopper goes to first, and Goins gets her. So the Tigers score 2 and cut the lead in half. It's 4-2. We've played 1. Owasso coming to bat.
For tiny miracles and superheroes. For beautiful warriors, neighborhood quarterbacks, and family treasures. You're why we exist. For 85 years and counting, St. John has been by your side through every checkup, challenge, and triumph. We're your partner in health. We are St. John.
At TTCU, before they make any decision, they ask one simple question. What's best for our members? Take checking accounts. They know it takes effort to move your account, so they make sure it's worth it by giving you and your school $50 when you get a School Pride Visa check card. It's easy to manage your accounts. Here, there, anywhere, and TTCU rewards loyalty. With direct deposit based on your balances, you could earn extra dividends. Rewards? Check at TTCU.
Coming to the plate, second baseman Mackenzie Goins.
All right, so it's going to be Goins, Briggs, and then back to the top of the order, Kinsey Lloyd for Owasso Rams. I'm sure Coach Keene gave him a chat and said, let's shut this down. We're back in the ball game after they gave up 4 in the first. So a good shutdown inning here and get the Tiger bats going again in the bottom of this inning. This one's fouled back here towards us, but against the screen. Coach Keene grabs it with the left hand, flips it up to Chester, who fires it back out to Collins, standing on the edge of the circle. Now she goes back in. Steps up to the rubber. Checks, let's see what's coming. Outside portion again, a foul ball. A little late on that. Again, was Mackenzie Goins, the second baseman. Goins was active in her defensive half, fielding 2 ground balls, throwing out a couple of Lady Tigers, 1 Chester, and then Collins to end the inning. Collins hoping to return the favor here and get her out, and that one sails away. One ball and 2 strike to the Owasso Rams second baseman. There's a pop-up, and that's going to go out of play and over our head. Goins only a sophomore. Started out the season with thoughts of her playing at third base and doing some catching. But now she seems to have found a home at second base. There's a drive into right. Going over is Monken. She's going to be in foul territory, and she's going to make the catch for the first out of the second.
Left fielder Hannah Briggs.
So Monken, who started the year in right, then moved over and played some center, and after that second shoulder injury has found her way back into right field, and Stevens back into center. Hannah Briggs, left fielder, is going to slap that one foul and out of play into right towards the Lady Tiger bullpen. Collins goes to the rosin bag. Has a softball in her glove. Goes in and pulls it out and steps back onto the rubber. That one skims the top of the plate as it comes across obviously low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Briggs is a senior for Owasso. Nice pitch on a changeup, but it's low. Just dropped below the zone as it crossed. Again, another ball out into the bullpen area of the Lady Tigers. Still swinging late. See if she keeps going with hard stuff. That one's up in the zone. And Brown is able to flag it down for the second out of the inning. So a little line shot that Brown reacted quickly to.
Line up with Kinsey Lloyd.
Is able to grab it. Kinsey Lloyd, who singled to left her first time up, kind of just slapping. McKinney has actually moved in a few steps from where she started in the first inning, anticipating maybe the same type of pooch hit that she got and had to make a nice little short hop snap to keep it from going past her. Off the glove. Oh, and how's that one going to be scored? How about 1-6 on that little put out right there? Mathis reacting as the ball goes off Collins' glove. So the Tigers see 3 up and 3 down come up to bat for the Redskins here in the second. Or excuse me, the Rams in the second. It is still 4-2 as the Tigers come to bat.
At St. John, you're not the patient in 201. You're a 7-month survivor. You're not the heart attack victim on the 4th floor. You're hero to Ava, Charlie, and Caleb. You're more than a diagnosis or database entry. You're the reason we exist. Our entire staff is committed to making you stronger. It's why Telsons, for 85 years and counting, choose the health family of St. John.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair.
All right, it's going to be the bottom of the order here in the bottom of the second for the Lady Tigers. Aaliyah Brown, Grace Jarvis, and Alyssa Stevens. So here's hoping they can produce better than the bottom half of the Owasso Rams lineup. And it's a strike to start Brown off. Brown made a fine play for the second out of the inning on a line drive. Off the bat of Hannah Briggs. 1 ball, 1 strike now on the Lady Tiger first baseman. Ground shot on 1 hop from third baseman Hale over to Perry. And there's 1 away.
Designated player, Grace Jarvis.
Designated hitter Grace Jarvis is going to step in. Coach King likes her bat, but right now as a young freshman, still trying to find a place to play in the field, so she stepped in as the designated hitter. It's going to chop her to short, throw her to first, and didn't get her. So Jarvis showing some speed, able to get down the line, and Bill beats out a 3-hopper to the shortstop Eicher.
Center fielder, Alyssa Stevens.
Alyssa Stevens now with Jarvis at first. Jarvis does have 2 stolen bases on the season. And no pitch on that play as Coach King's discussing something with his hitter. And the umpire's getting a little animated back there, and I don't know who he's talking to, Coach King or Owasso's bench. Don't know if Owasso thought they had an out on a bang-bang play there. And this one's going to, just going to be foul. If that stays fair, that's going to get down the line, and Jarvis is going to go on to third. Because the only one that could make a play on that one was the one that did. And Coach Chobani Childers fielded that one cleanly. Again, that one right at the dugout and ricochets off a netting, and it's going to be fielded out in foul territory by Jefferson in right field for the Lady Rams. So behind the pitch right now is Stevens. She's 0-2. 1 out, Jarvis on first. That one's outside. Seems to be the popular pitch to go to on 0-2. That's the way it was in the JV game, and that's the way it's been tonight here in the varsity contest. The Tiger Jungle crew over there with Go BA. There's a drive up. Oh, it's just over the glove. The second baseman, Goins, coming around. Jarvis is going to scoot on to third, trying to get into second. Throw is cut off, and sliding in safely into second with a double is Alyssa Stevens. So Kearney had to hold up a little bit to make sure that Goins didn't get a glove on it and get the double play. And sure enough, she doesn't. And sure enough, the Lady Tigers have something going, second and third and one out. On a ball hit the other way by Alyssa Stevens. Eicher going in to talk to his pitcher now to get her calmed down. Back to the top for the Lady Tigers. Moncton, who singled her first time up with a shot down the line into right. Does it again. It's a tie ball game. Left-hand hitting Monken watches that one go outside. Mathis on deck, and I'm sure McKinney would like another chance after grounding out with an opportunity to play a couple in the first. They still did. Monken's going to bunt. Jarvis does not come home. Monken beats it out with her speed. So the bases are now loaded with a bunt single from Monken. Well-designed play there by Coach King.
Coming to the plate, Kinsey Mathis.
Mathis is going to step in. She singled her first time up and later scored. So Sinar in a little bit of trouble here, responds with a strike at the letters. On the Tigers' number 2 hitter, shortstop Kinsey Mathis. Mathis is going to drop one. It's going to fall in right field. Had a force out at the plate as Jarvis had to hold to see if that was going to be caught, and she was going to tag and score, but comes across the plate with the Tigers' third run of the ball game on the RBI by Mathis.
Marcella McKinney.
Bases loaded for Marcella McKinney. That's a ball, must have been away or a little high. One of the two, either way. It's ball one on McKinney. The Lady Tigers leading hitter in a number of categories. That one's low. McKinney will take the RBI and the walk. She's walked 4 times this season. Among the club leaders, I know it doesn't sound like much, but not a lot of walks in this game, and it's already 3-0. Warming up for the Rams is freshman Jordan Hauser. There's a strike at 3-0 to McKinney. She can still be patient here. Hits that one into dead center. It's going to be deep. Is it going to get? Oh, it's going to be caught. Having to scramble back to second. But the Lady Tigers get a run home on a sacrifice fly. A deep sacrifice fly from Marcella McKinney. Now Stevens scores. Montkin and McKinney, I don't know what he's asking there. Oh, the third baseman? I mean, third, yeah, they're wondering if she tagged back up. He's thinking she didn't re-tag, but the run does count. I wouldn't look at it that way. I was watching the drive, and I knew that Montkin had to get back as she came off the bag, went about a quarter of a way down towards third, thinking that one might be over the head of the center fielder, Denny. So here's Chesser with 2 outs. That one sails outside. Runners on first and second. That's Mathis and Montkin. Tie ball game in the second, and that one's outside also. Chester's going to pop this one up. Left fielder Briggs has that one for the final out. The Lady Tigers tie it up 4-4 as we go into the third inning after this.
At St. John, you're not the patient in 201. You're a 7-month survivor. You're not the heart attack victim on the 4th floor. You're hero to Ava, Charlie, and Caleb. You're more than a diagnosis or database entry. You're the reason we exist. Our entire staff is committed to making you stronger. It's why Telson's, for 85 years and counting, choose the health family of St. John.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
Devin Hale, who bunt and scored in the first, is going to lead it off here in the third. Then it's going to be Allie Eicher. There's a pitch that's in her eyes. And Emily Perry. And Daylon Denny, who made that catch tracking down McKinney's long fly ball at the warning track. That allowed a disputed run to score on the tag from third to home. That one's inside, so it's 2-0. Coach Eicher thought that Stevens didn't tag. Umpire said she did. There's a strike right down the middle on a little breaking pitch from the left-handed throwing Mary Collins. Chops that one foul over towards the Tiger dugout. So it's 2-2. Hale, one of the few senior starters for Coach Eicher. Leadoff hitter Lloyd's a senior. Devin Hale is a senior. Pitcher Sinar is a senior. Hannah Briggs is a senior, so they have 4 senior starters. Line shot right at Brown for the first out here in the third.
First up, Allie Eicher.
Brown's got 2 line drives at her. That one a little easier than the one she handled off Briggs's bat just an inning ago. That one almost like playing catch with the catcher. That one came right at her, a little loop in it. Allie Eicher watches that one high and away from her counterpart. That one's low and away, so it's 2-0 now. Eicher had an infield hit and scored. In the first, part of that 4-run first for the Owasso Rams, and of course it's now tied up at 4-4. Tigers have out hit the Rams 7-5. That pitch just misses inside, so Eicher drives a base on balls.
First baseman Emily Perry.
So up until that point, Collins had retired 5 in a row. Perry steps in. She struck out with the bases loaded her first time up. That was a big strikeout, although those runs did come across to score eventually on the triple by Denny, who's on deck, and that one slapped back here foul. I don't think Perry wanted to on that one. She'd already committed as the ball starts going outside. And she still gets a piece of the bat on it on that check swing. So it's 0-2. She's in the hole again. Struck out on a 1-2 counter first time up. That one's going to be outside, so she's at 1-2 once more. High and outside. The typical 0-2 pitch in softball tonight. There's a high one. That hits the metal part, and it's going to come back in what do we call? Larry Clark says in arena softball, that is an out. Unfortunately, the roof is open tonight, so we're playing it like outside rules. Swinging through another one is Perry. Second time she has struck out tonight.
Center fielder.
She has left 4 runners on base tonight, the cleanup hitter, but here's Denny. And again, fielding her eyes in the outfield is McKinney. Needing that sun to set. Defensively for the Lady Tigers. Going to go to short. Going to flip the short way over to second. Mathis handles it to Carney. Lady Tigers are out of the innings with no damage done. It's still 4-4. We're going into the bottom of the third.
Still tied, 4-4.
Tiger Threads is the one-stop shop to get all things BA. Whether you're a little Tiger, a current student, a proud alumni, a parent, or just a fan of Broken Arrow, Tiger Threads is taking black and gold to an entirely new level with a variety of apparel and spirit accessories. New items arrive daily in all the best brands, including Nike, Under Armour, Glitter Gear, Hanes, and much, much more. If you can't find something you love, ask our staff. We can help with special and custom orders and are always open to new ideas and suggestions. Tiger Threads is located inside the main high school entrance and is open 10 through 6 Monday through Thursday and 10 to 4 on Fridays.
Lady Tigers going to start this inning with third baseman Erica Spencer, pitcher Mary Collins, and then first baseman Aaliyah Brown. Grace Jarvis, if anyone gets aboard. There's a strike right down central to Spencer. Spencer doubled her first time up and drove in a couple. She got it started. The run scoring, run producing anyway for the Lady Tigers. As they bounce back from a 4-0 deficit in the first to score 2 in their own half and 2 in the second. 2 more will put them up on top. 1 more will put them up on top. But I'll go for a bigger on top than just 1 run. Let's wish for a bundle. How about half a dozen this inning? Even more. Let's get greedy. There's a lot. High pop fly. Coming in is Briggs in left, and she runs almost to the infield to catch that one. So 1 out on that high pop fly by Spencer.
Pitcher, Mary Collins.
Mary Collins grounded out to third her first time up. Steps in, crowds the plate near the front of the batter's box from the left side. Strike 1 on the outside corner to Collins. Bunts that one foul. And you know, Larry Clark, they've got that little runner's lane down there, and there's no way that if Mary Collins bunts, is she ever going to get to the runner's lane before she gets to first base.
No.
Outside on an 0-2 pitch. Imagine that. If you didn't see that one coming, well, then you've been asleep. Maybe my voice is doing that to you. Bedtime stories later. Collins slaps that one. Calls it a fair ball. I thought she was still in the batter's box, but there's an out. Nice play by Lloyd jumping out of her catcher's position to throw out the speedy Collins. So 2 away quickly against the Lady Tigers as Aaliyah Brown steps in. Brown grounded out to third her first time up. Pops this one into right. It's going to go foul. Sliding and making the catch is Jefferson. So Carly Jefferson sends the Tigers back into the infield and outfield with that sliding catch. We're still tied at 4. We've played 3. Owasso come to bat after this.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
I used to struggle in school, but Huntington helped me with phonics, reading, study skills, right?
Designated player Amber Hodge going to lead it off for Owasso here in the 4th. Then it'll be pitcher Gentry Sinar and number 8 hitter Mackenzie Goins. And then Hannah Briggs at the bottom of the order if anyone gets aboard. Collins has settled into a groove since Owasso scored 4 runs in that first. She's retired 7 of the last batters she's faced. Only one was a walk. There's a pop-up. Stevens going over to her right. Just a few steps and grabs that one. So 1 away. So that is 8 of the last 9 that Collins has retired. Rams pitcher Gentry Sinar now steps in. Sinar grounded out to second her first time. That back in the first to end that inning. There's a strike on a nifty little breaking pitch that curves back into the inside corner on Sinar. She kept it low too, so even if Sinar does swing, makes contact, she's not going to do anything with it. Little chopper, and guess who's there at first base to catch that one? That's right, Aaliyah Brown for her third put out, Second
baseman Mackenzie Goins.
On a pop-up or a line drive, however you want to score it, on a ball hit in the air to her. Mackenzie Goins, who flew out to Marcella McKinney, goes to right on this one. And Kant tracking it down. It one hops the wall. And Monken gets it in. So a double by Goins breaks up the string of batters coming to the plate and not getting a hit. She did give up a walk, was Mary Collins did. In the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 batters she faced before that double. Hannah Briggs chops that one foul towards Coach King. Briggs had a line drive to Brown, her first at bat. Outside as Goins gets a nice secondary lead, jumping off the bag at second. She'll be off with any swing with 2 outs. Little chopper, Collins fields it, goes to first, and that retires Owasso after giving up a double. They score nothing. It is still 4-4 with the Lady Tigers coming to bat in the bottom of 4.
At St. John, you're not the patient in 201. You're a 7-month survivor. You're not the heart attack victim on the 4th floor. You're hero to Ava, Charlie, and Caleb. You're more than a diagnosis or database entry. You're the reason we exist. Our entire staff is committed to making you stronger. It's why Telsons, for 85 years and counting, choose the health family of St. John.
My Contour helps me discover all new sides to myself, like it knows I'm into sci-fi and personally recommends new things I didn't know existed.
Like intergalactic biohumanoid sci-fi.
Lovable ogre sci-fi.
And whatever this is. I just look for the diamonds, and suddenly,
I'm into whole new worlds of entertainment. That's why
Contour is TV just for me.
For the many sides of you, there's Contour.
Grace Jarvis, the freshman, going to lead it off for the Lady Tigers. Alyssa Stevens awaits on deck. And then back to the top with Monken. Shortstop Eicher fields that one, throws across, and gets the speedy Jarvis by a step.
Center fielder Alyssa Stevens.
Stevens, who doubled her first time up and scored a run. Bunts it up in the air. Coming in charging is the third baseman, Hale. And Stevens retired.
Top of the order with Caitlin Monckton.
Now, top of the order, Monken's going to come in. Monken 1 for 2. Or excuse me, 2 for 2 tonight. Good to have her back at the top of the order. That one's going to be outside. Two outs in the fourth. 4-4 ball game. Lady Tigers have out hit Owasso 7-6. Monken slaps that one out of play. And after the freshman Hauser got up in the bullpen for Owasso, Signer kind of settled in. Blazed through the third inning and seems to be doing the same right here. That one slapped out of play just to our left as it got over the backstop. One ball and 2 strikes on the Lady Tiger right fielder. Protects the plate and gets that one off the end of the bat and into the Owasso Ram dugout. And we're getting close to running out of softballs. Signer rubs the one she has on her leg. That one's going to be low and outside. It's going to be 2-2. Amazingly this season, and I hope I'm not jinxing her, but Monckton has yet to strike out. The count is now full. Caitlin from the left side doesn't crowd the plate nearly as much. That one skips off the pitcher's glove. Going to be a throw to play. Oh, first, what is it? And got her. Coaches don't agree over there. Bang, bang play. Monken thrown out as the ball goes off the glove of the pitcher. And Eicher, the shortstop, makes the play and throws out Monken. We'll score at 1-6-3. That'll end the fourth. We're tied at 4. This is Lady Tiger softball. We'll be back with the fifth after
At
this.
TTCU, before they make any decision, they ask one simple question. What's best for our members? Take checking accounts. They know it takes effort to move your account, so they make sure it's worth it by giving you and your school $50 when you get a School Pride Visa check card. It's easy to manage your accounts. Here, there, anywhere, and TTCU rewards loyalty. With direct deposit based on your balances, you could earn extra dividends. Rewards? Check at TTCU.
For tiny miracles and superheroes. For beautiful warriors, neighborhood quarterbacks, and family treasures. You're why we exist. For 85 years and counting, St. John has been by your side through every checkup.
Top of the order here in the fifth for the Owasso Rams, Kinsey Lloyd, Devin Hale, and Ellie Eicher. Lloyd is singled to left. And she's going to chop one. Collins goes over and fires to first. Coming out of the circle. Fields her position well. And there's the first out of the 5th.
Third baseman Devin Hale.
Hale, who has a bunt single. And is flown out, or line drived out, or looping line drived out, if you will, to first base. Her second time up. There's a strike on the outside part. Just a beautiful, clear night tonight, evening, if you will. Moon is shining up above in right center. Not a full moon. And I'm not real good on my directions of waxing or waning, but it's doing one or the other. Little chopper. Mathis comes in, fires to first, and there is 2 away. So the pitchers have settled in, and it's turned into an old-fashioned fast-pitch softball game. Little offense, good defense, good pitching. Since a 4-run first, Owassal's managed a walk and a double. Eicher chases that one somewhere up above everybody's head. Eicher has a base hit and a walk. Chop foul. Oh, and Brown shows good range chasing that one down at first base. Even though it was a foul ball, moved well to her left to field that one behind the coach's box down the first base line. There's a drive into the gap. Monken's going to field it on a hop. No, it's going to bounce off her glove and go to the wall. Standing at second base is Eicher. So Monken took too much of a straight angle on it, needed to play it back a little bit more, and that allows Eicher to get to second base. So she's been on base 3 times tonight. And Emily Perry, even though she struck out twice, does present damage at the bat as the number 4 hitter. Let's see if the ball movement can continue to keep Perry off balance. Pops that one up. Coming in is Monken. She's going to make a play on it. And that's going to do it for the Rams after a double with 2 outs. They still remain scoreless in that inning. So we're still tied at 4. Lady Tigers coming to bat after this.
At TTCU, before they make any decision, they ask one simple question. What's best for our members? Take checking accounts. They know it takes effort to move your account, so they make sure it's worth it by giving you and your school $50 when you get a School Pride Visa check card. It's easy to manage your accounts. Here, there, anywhere, and TTCU rewards loyalty. With direct deposit based on your balances, you could earn extra dividends. Rewards? Check at TTCU.
For tiny miracles and superheroes. For beautiful warriors, neighborhood quarterbacks, and family treasures. You're why we exist. For 85 years and counting, St. John has been by your side through every checkup, challenge, and triumph. We're your partner in health. We are St. John.
It's going to be 2, 3, and 4 for the Lady Tigers. Kinsey Mathis, Marcella McKinney, and Ashley Chesser. Hopefully we can see Erica Spencer as well this inning, and maybe a few more other Tigers.
Coming to the plate, Kinsey Mathis.
Mathis has reached base a couple of times, scored 1 run, and driven in another. She's going to slap that up, and she's going to be on base for a 3rd time tonight. As hits that one to the right of Sinar.
Number 13, Marcella McKinney.
And past the shortstop, Eicher. Marcella McKinney, who had a tremendous drive that was flagged down at the track on a nice play by Denny in dead center. Let's see if McKinney's got her timing down now on Sinar. That one's going to be low. Well, one thing you can bet on here, McKinney is not going to square to bunt. Coach King's wanting something going on. They going to run? Going to run for Mathis? Yes, they are. It's going to be number 19, Anna Faro.
In the pitch run at first base.
So Faro now pinch running down at first base. McKinney with a 1-ball count on her. That one's inside, so it goes to 2-0. That one's inside. McKinney leads the team in pretty much every offensive category except for singles. Tied for the team leading hits coming into tonight. That's going to be ball 4. And why not for Coach Eicher and the Rams going to walk her? She was dangerous that last bat.
23, Ashley Chesser.
Ashley Chesser now. She is grounded out to second and flown out to left. She's going to bunt it back. There's going to be a play down at third of the throw, and when they get the lead runner, so Faro couldn't get down on the sacrifice. Bunted probably just a little bit too short. The catcher was able to handle it and throw down to third base and get the lead runner. So now we got McKinney on second. There's a pitch. It's called strike at the letters on Spencer. Spencer's doubled. A couple RBIs out of that. In the first. Down to third. Stepping on, throwing across the diamond. Gets away. The throw skips low. Let's see if Coach King's going to try to send her home. Here comes the play at the plate. I'm going to back up. Now we're going to have 2 runners at third base. Trying to follow up behind. Wow, a little base running error there as runners had to turn and file back. And so, interesting play. Fielding, good defense there by Owasso. Tigers have a chance, but it's still tied 4-4.
Tiger Threads is the one-stop shop to get all things BA. Whether you're a little Tiger, a current student, a proud alumni, a parent, or just a fan of Broken Arrow, Tiger Threads is taking black and gold to an entirely new level with a variety of apparel and spirit accessories. New items arrive daily in all the best brands, including Nike, Under Armour, Glitter Gear, Hanes, and much, much more. If you can't find something you love, ask our staff. We can help with special and custom orders and are always open to new ideas and suggestions. Tiger Threads is located inside the main high school entrance and is open 10 through 6 Monday through Thursday and 10 to 4 on Fridays.
All right, so an interesting play there to end the inning. A force out at third and a throw the ball away, and then come back and you get 2 runners at third base for the double play. So it's almost like a 5-1-5 double play.
Denny at the plate.
All right, Denny, Hodge, and Sinar as we're tied at 4. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a pop-up. Is it going to be out of play? Yes, it is. Count goes to 1-1. It's even there. Mathis backhand, keeps the ball in front, throws over and gets her by a step. Nice play by Mathis. Stuck with it.
Hang on just a minute.
Now it's Amber Hodge coming up, designated player.
Amber Hodge. Yes, ma'am. Well, we're in the 6th inning of the doubleheader.
There's a pitch low. Let's try to recount what happened there in the 5th for the Lady Tigers. Runners on first and second being Chesser and McKinney. Spencer hits a ground ball. They get the tag out. They get the force out at third. Trying to throw to first. There's a drive into left. Going back on it is McKinney. It's going to one-hop the wall. McKinney's going to throw into third. Coming off the bag is Spencer there to field it, so it's going to be another double. So that's the last 3 innings, 3 doubles for Owasso. We're going to have, it looks like we may have a runner coming in for Coach Eicher or a pinch hitter. There goes the runner. It's going to be number 5,
Jefferson.
Carly Jefferson. Actually, the flex player.
Player out to run at second base. It'll be Carly Jefferson.
So Jefferson running for Hodge. Anyway, so Spencer just kept running as the ball went by first, and Chesser was coming home as McKinney had already been forced out at third, and then turns around and heads back to third. Spencer's still running. There's a drive. Monken's going to come in. She's going to make the catch at her head and get the second out of the ball game. Almost came in too far on that one. 2 away.
Number 16, Mackenzie Goins.
Mackenzie Goins, second baseman. She doubled her last time up. We've got a good one going, 4-4. Both teams with 8 hits here in the top of the 6th. Both teams have had chances. I think the Lady Tigers probably had the best chance that last half inning of either team. Little base running blunder somewhere along the way, whether it was Chesser turning around and come back. There's Monken's going to try to track it down. She's not going to get to it. It's going to get on the track, and Owasso's going to have a lead as Goins goes into second standing up. Four doubles in 3 innings finally accounts for a run for the Lady Rams, and it's going to be Hannah Briggs. Collins fills out on one hop. Oh, low throw, but able to handle it. Who's played a sterling first base is Aaliyah Brown, and that does it. But Owasso gets the run, takes a lead, 5-4. We'll be back to see what the Lady Tigers can do in their half of the 6th after this.
It's no secret that Oklahoma schools have their challenges. We all want to help our schools excel, and TTCU has a great way to get involved. Right now, when you open a TTCU checking account with a School Pride Visa check card, you'll get $50, and so will your school. Each time you swipe, they donate. So far, they've given nearly $500,000 to local schools. Together, we can make a real difference for our kids. Cash for you and your school? Check at TTCU.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can pilot planes, repair planes, learn everything there is to know about planes, inside and out.
It's no secret that Oklahoma schools have their challenges. We all want to help our schools excel, and TTCU has a great way to get involved. Right now, when you open a TTCU checking account with the School Pride Visa check card, you'll get $50, and so will your school. Each time you swipe, they donate. So far, they've given nearly $500,000 to local schools. Together, we can make a real difference for our kids. Cash for you and your school? Check at TTCU.
In as little as 12 months, with a diploma from Spartan College, you could have a career in aviation and beyond. At Spartan, you don't just study airplanes, you're surrounded by them. Some 40 at our flight campus, another 20 at our technology campus. This is a college where you can
Top of the order here in the top of the 7th. Kinsey Lloyd, Devin Hale, and Allie Eicher for the Owasso Rams. And what we've become familiar with from Kinsey Lloyd is running to the front of the batter's box and slapping it to the third base side. And that one goes out of play. Singled her first time doing that, but since then, she hit one off the pitcher's glove that went to shortstop. Backhanded there is Collins and throws to first. So Collins has had a play in each of the last 3 outs
Third baseman Devin Hale.
of Kinsey Lloyd. So as I started to mention, the first one went off her glove on a little fly ball and was caught by the shortstop Mathis. And then these last 2 were ground outs back to Collins. As Hale steps in. Hale, after that sacrifice bunt attempt that turned into a base hit as the ball did not roll foul, and Brown elected to pick it up. Hale was safe by a step and a half. She slaps that one down to 0-2 now, so this next pitch is going to be outside and high. Anyway, she bunted, got to first and scored a run. Then she's hit a line drive to first and grounded out to short. So she is 1 for 3 and now behind the count 0-2. She awaits. Here's the pitch. Outside, she slaps at it anyway and goes chasing one, tries to go the other way with it. See if she can maybe catch the Lady Tigers napping a little bit on that 0-2 pitch. So it's still 0-2. So I'm still thinking outside. Why not come with one inside, hard and inside, as she's leaning across and trying to go the other way? Outside again, can't get the backhand on it, but backing up the first baseman Brown is Carney. She makes a nice play as Brown gets back to the bag, and it retires Devin Hale. 2 outs now as Allie Eicher steps to the plate. Eicher has been on base 3 times tonight. Singled in the first, walked in the third, and doubled in the 5th. She scored back in the first inning. Part of that 4-run first for the Owasso Rams. And speaking of the Owasso Rams, the Tiger football team opens in Owasso here in a week and a half. .7:30 kickoff in Owasso. You can get your tickets early in the athletic office on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Tickets are $7 for adults, $5 for students. And again, they're available in the athletic office between 2:30 and 6:30 next Tuesday and Wednesday. That one's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on the number 3 hitter, Eicher, the coach's daughter, and a junior. That's about all I can tell you, other than she's wearing number 10 and she's left-handed. Plays shortstop. That one's inside. The count goes even. 2-2. Slaps it, shortstop Mathis moves over, goes to first, and that'll do it. Tigers have one last chance. They have 3 outs to get at least 1 to tie, 2 to win. It's 5-4 Owasso as we go to the bottom of the 7th after this.
My contour helps me discover all new sides to myself, like it knows I'm into sci-fi and personally recommends new things I didn't know existed. Like intergalactic biohumanoid sci-fi, lovable ogre sci-fi, and whatever this is. I just look for the diamonds, and suddenly
I'm into whole new worlds of entertainment. That's why
Contour is TV just for me. For the many sides of you, there's Contour.
I used to struggle in school, but Huntington helped me with phonics, reading, study skills, writing, algebra,
Chemistry. Calculus.
SATs.
ACTs.
Huntington helped me with all my subjects.
No matter what grade your child is in, no matter what kind of grades they get, Huntington can help. For over 35 years, our individualized approach to tutoring has helped thousands improve at every level, from basic subjects to college test prep. Let Huntington help your child. Huntington, your tutoring solution.
Stevens to the plate.
It's going to be 9-1-2 for the Lady Tigers. Alyssa Stevens, Caitlin Montkin, and Kinsey Mathis. Each of those players have at least one hit, and each of them has scored one run. Stevens is 1 for 2. She doubled her first time up. Takes that one for, well, it was a little low for ball one. Popped out to third base after that in the fourth. Montkin has reached base twice and scored in the first. She has singled and doubled. And then grounded back to the pitcher. It went off her glove. And Eicher fielded it and threw out Montkin by a step in the fourth. There's another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stevens. And Mathis just running out the 3 batters that have come up. She has reached base 3 times, 1 on a fielder's choice. Chopper, second base. Going to be a tough play and gets her for the out. So Mathis is retired. 2 outs to go for the Lady Tigers. As Goins makes a fine play, charging that one on a little 3-hopper. Throwing it over to Perry for the first out of the inning. Montkin, the left-hander, needs to get it going here for the Lady Tigers with 1 away. She's got to get aboard and score. Slaps that one back against the screen. Montkin likes to do what so many of those leadoff hitters like to do, kind of run up in the plate and try to slap it the other way. She's got quick enough bat, though. She can turn on the balls. We saw that earlier tonight in the first. That one's outside. Student section standing. Trying to get a rally going for the Lady Tigers. Monkins taps that one back at home plate. Kind of fooled on a changeup there. She was way in front. Kind of had to adjust her swing as she was moving forward. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the senior right fielder. That one goes away. 2-2. 1 out in the 7th. Tigers trail it 5-4. Monken's going to pop that up and going back on it and not being able to make a play. Monken's at least going to be to second. And she's going to stand up there with 1 out. As Briggs was playing in, couldn't get back on the ball. And so Monken's on second with 1 out. Kinsey Mathis coming up. We are in the bottom of the 7th. Student section on their feet, applauding that play. Little discussion now for the Owasso Rams in the circle. Little defensive planning going on what they want to do with Mathis and the dangerous Marcella McKinney on deck. Be a nice time for Mathis' first home run of the season. Let's just end it right now. Mathis leads the team in singles. She has set 17 coming into tonight. Prototypical number 2 hitter. Is going to put the ball in play, and a good bunter. Takes that one low for ball 1. Chops that one foul down the third base side. Playing tight on the bag is Hale over there. I don't think you're going to get one past her if you hit it at third base. Or down the line, I should say. That one's up, way up. 2-1. Yeah, Mr. Clark just recognizing that everybody's playing near the corner and the middles are pretty much wide open. There's a fly ball into center, going back on it. And Denny makes the catch. Monken holds. So Mathis hit it to the warning track right on the edge
Coming to the plate, number 13,
of the grass, the artificial grass, and the warning track. Now it's McKinney. It's hero time, and I'm thinking 4 outside the zone. Maybe try to get her chase. Take the first one, good one you see, Marcella, because you may not see a good one. That one's low. And I think that's the closest that Sinar is going to come to the plate. I get Mr. Clark's nod of agreement.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and puts one down the middle. Marcella pops it up to second base, and that's the ball game as Goen squeezes it. Owasso sneaks out of here, stays undefeated in the district with a 5-4 win over the Lady Tigers. So that's going to do it for tonight. Now the Lady Tigers are on the road at Muskogee on Thursday. Then they've got Claremore on Monday, and then they are back at home against Muskogee on Tuesday. We will be Aerovision.tv will be bringing you volleyball in a tri-match on Tuesday at 4 o'clock and 7. Lady Tigers volleyball. So that's going to do it for us for here. Again, Owasso Rams get a 1-run victory, 5-4 over the Lady Tigers. I am Steve Cowan, and for the rest of the crew from Aerovision.tv, thanks for joining us. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time at volleyball.